we have another amino acid reacting with these two. Then we have another carboxylic. So let me just expand the amine group, because since we are uh, reacting these two together, I'll expand this, and I have another amine which is COHHOCH. Now in this time R3, so it's another different amino acid. R3, another side chain attached to it. So when we have this, then these two will again bond together. So these two are bonding together and these two are bonding together. So now we have two water molecules that have been eliminated. So we have plus 2H2O, and here we have another peptide bond, another amide bond. So we have NH, because this nitrogen will bond with this carbon, CO, CH, NH2, and we have an R3 group over here. So as you can see, now this is called a tripeptide, because in a tripeptide we have three amino acids bonded together to form one big molecule and eliminated two small water molecules. So we have, in a tripeptide we have two amide groups, and it's called a tripeptide because there are three amino acids that reacted to form it. So this can keep going on, and when several amino acids bond together like this to form a large chain, it's called a protein. So a peptide, a very long chain peptide, is called a protein. So first we formed a dipeptide, then we formed, okay, I marked the wrong, I'm sorry, I marked the wrong amine group. I'm sorry about that. This is not the amine group. The amine group is this. I'm really sorry about the mistake, but this is the amine group. Yeah, so when we reacted two amino acids together, we had a dipeptide. When we reacted three amino acids together, we had a tripeptide. And when we react several of them, like thousands of units together, they can be same, different, a mix, they can be anything. But when we react thousands of amino acid molecules together, when we react thousands of amino acid molecules together, we get a protein. So a protein is also called a polypeptide, because poly means many and peptide because it's a peptide chain, as I said. So polypeptide, a protein is called a polypeptide. So we will be doing proteins in the polymerization playlist, as I said, but for now this is what you need to know about amino acids and about the formation of amides and what dipeptide, tripeptide and polypeptide mean. So let's do amides. So what really are these amides that we have been talking about since so long? What are these? So amides, for example, we have CH3, CH2, CONH2. So this was the first amide that we did when we were doing formation of amines from the reduction of amides. So the group that, so when I expand this, when I write the displayed formula, the ethyl group remains the same because we're not really concerned with this right now. But this is the amide group, what I've drawn here. So CONH2. So this is the amide group. So in an amide group, the carbon is attached to an oxygen and a nitrogen in an amide group. So this is called a substituted amide because, again, instead of an ammonia molecule, if we have an ammonia molecule which is NH3, we have replaced one atom with CH3CH2CO. One H atom, we have replaced it with a CH3CH2CO group to form the amide. So this is called propanamide because three carbon atoms. It's called propanamide, and it's a substituted amide, monosubstituted amide, because only one hydrogen has been substituted. So it's called propanamide. And then we have a disubstituted amide, which we did. So CH3, CH2, CONH, CH2, CH3 or whatever it is,